Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Wicked Wild's Campfire Tales. As we continue through our Camp Wicked Wild, we're bringing another fun and delightful episode where we're here to educate you, teach you some things you should be worried about in the world, as they say. Uh, Joining me tonight is Jeff. How are you doing, Jeff?
Not too bad. I'm not too bad at all.
Jeff, can I ask you a question?
You can, but unfortunately, go ahead.
Are you afraid of donkeys or bridges?
Not, I can't say that I am. No,
Okay. Okay.
I haven't had much experience with donkeys. Bridges, I'm an expert, but
Okay.
donkeys, no.
Okay. Would that devastate you if someone broke that sense of reality and made you fear both donkeys and bridges?
Are we talking about individually or combined? Because those are two different scenarios.
Little column A,
Yeah.
little column B. What if you met a donkey on a bridge?
I'm not sure where you're going with this. So.
Well, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it
Yeah.
out. You'll figure it out. Also joining me tonight is Dave. How are you doing, Dave?
Hello, fellows. How's it going?
Oh, you know. Hey, Dave, I got a question for you.
I'm sure you do.
I got a question for you. If you were walking through the woods
Mm-hmm.
and you just look over,
As
and
I do.
and you see an odd donkey sitting in the tall grass just staring at you, would that make you uncomfortable?
You're gonna have to define what an odd donkey would look like.
It's just how I said it. An odd donkey.
Are we talking Midsummer Night's Dream odd donkey or a donkey with a cockeye or what
Once again, little column A, little column B.
Right, like is he looking at you weird or
Yeah, like he's looking at you weird.
Because I
Okay.
grew up with donkeys. We actually had guard donkeys on at our farm. So
Yeah, those are common.
Say guard donkeys?
Yeah, you put them with livestock. They protect them from like coyotes and stuff.
they kill
Oh, I
coyotes
thought you
and
meant like in the house. I'm like, whoa. I knew you were rural, but you know what I mean? Like that's a bit much. Like,
Could you imagine?
What is it, Cletus? Did you hear something?
Can you
Yeah,
imagine you're a
like-
solicitor and you walk up to Dave's family's house, you knock on the screen door, getting ready to sell them jelly beans or something, and all of a sudden this donkey just walks into the glass.
your
Just
mailman
stares
got
at
to
Eye to
keep
eye with you.
your mailman got to keep carrots in his pocket or whatever. You know?
I have a new challenge now. That's some training. I think we need to.
You know
We
what?
might have found our new business model.
I think that'd be terrifying because, like, if I woke up in the middle of the night, bleary eyed, and I look over and there's just a donkey staring at the foot of my bed, I'd be like, nope, this was a bad idea.
You're saying you wouldn't feel safer hearing it
No.
bray at 3:00 in the morning?
No, I wouldn't feel safe. I would be like, I'd be really confused. I'd be
Well,
like,
so would the intruders. That's the whole point.
yeah, but like, go stand by the door. Don't watch me sleep, donkey. Don't watch me sleep. Well, hey, I know everybody's probably wondering, why is he asking all these questions about donkey? Well, I'm gonna tell you. Tonight, I figured, on the main show we did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. So I thought, why not take another little jaunt down to what's very quickly becoming my favorite state for urban legends, lores. Let's take a little trip down to Texas.
It's been a cornucopia for you,
Oh.
for sure.
Just wait. Outside of San Antonio, and I figured tonight we talk about the legend of Donkey Lady Bridge. Are you familiar? Either you boys familiar with this tale?
So you said you mentioned about Donkey Lady when we were kind of talking about this episode. So I Googled Donkey Lady. I probably wouldn't Google that. If I were
I think you have to be very specific in the legend of Donkey Lady Bridge.
I didn't put legend
Okay.
or bridge in it. And
Yeah, there's your problem.
let's just say that it didn't take me to the dark web, but there's some dark things on the web.
Yeah.
You didn't do that on your work computer, did you?
Almost. I was sitting at work. I'm like, I should look this
Close
up. And I'm
call.
like, well, I better not. I better wait till I get home. And then I had
Let me
to,
ask you.
then I had to burn my computer that I used to do it with.
Let me ask you this: is the Donkey Lady Bridge different than the Donkey Lady Eiffel Tower? I mean, are there's two different things?
Yes, very, very different. Very different. And also, for any of you out there, listen, don't Google what Dave said. Do you want every virus known to man in your computer? Do you want computer herpes?
I feel that viruses are the least of your worries. If I start Googling that,
I would worry more about the knock on the door that is coming.
Yeah.
I would not do it on your church computer. That's all I'm saying. Or the public library.
Pastor Larry, no.
Well, let me educate you boys in a little bit about the legend of Donkey Lady Bridge. Reason it's called Donkey Lady Bridge. There's a bridge outside of San Antonio. It's known that. It's because it's haunted by a vengeful spirit known as the Donkey Lady. Some folks call it the Donkey Faced Lady. Are you intrigued?
I don't know. I'm just confused still.
Well, let me present a little tale for you, right? And not this is a tale that has divided people who tell it around the San Antonio area because there's three versions of the start of this horrific haunted bridge. It's a tale of a tragic woman who died, who then become a vengeful spirit to haunt anybody that comes near her bridge. I'm going to tell you the three tales before I get to the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to give you each three setups so you can try to figure out how this is going to end. And I'm going to assure you, not the way you think.
Okay.
Are we ready for these three tales?
I'm ready.
All right.
Absolutely.
These are just the beginnings, okay? So, the first setup to this legend I'm going to tell you occurred in the 1800s. And the story goes that a man was walking, a stranger, they called him, was just kind of traveling around Texas through just walking through like the woods and just traveling around. He looked kind of suspicious. People thought he was up to no good. And as he was walking, he comes upon this homestead where, he sees a man and his wife and some children working, and he kind of gives it wide berth until he comes around to like the corner of the homestead and sees a donkey tied up to their barn. For a reason unknown, no one really knows why he did this. He proceeded to walk up to this donkey and beat the ever living shit out of it. Just beat the hell out of this donkey. As the donkey was crying out, the husband and wife heard, and they come run around the corner to see this just strange man just beating up their donkey. They ran, chased him off the property, chased him out of sight. So they come back. I hope took care of their donkey, fixed them up, went to the house. Then mysteriously, in the middle of the night, their whole farm was set ablaze. The husband died, the children died, and the only survivor was the wife, whose hands were burned so badly that her fingers fused together to what folks claimed looked like hooves, and her face was so terribly burned and melted that they said her face actually took on the look of a donkey's head.
Rude.
That's tale number one. Okay.
Okay.
The beginning of this tale number two is the same. This took place in the 50s. This wife and husband owned a farm outside of San Antonio, and they were look at that picture. They were working on their farm, and for some reason, which no one knows, the husband decided that he was going to kill them all. As the wife tried to stop him, he held his wife down, lit her on fire, then proceeded to kill the children and himself. Once again, the wife ended up surviving. Fingers fused together to look like hooves. Face melted, deformed to look like a donkey's head.
There's two different incidents. How many years apart?
This is the same tale, but there's three camps to how this tale began. I've told you the first two.
Got it.
Because tragic tales. The third one, which is the one that people actually think is silly and they don't like that this one's going around, but might actually be my favorite. To how this tale started.
Gotta be good then if it's your favorite.
Was that one day this lady was just walking across the bridge with her pet donkey, and somebody, to be funny, pushed her and the donkey off the bridge into the
Jeez.
water, which was swirling rapidly. And apparently, whatever happened in them waters and how fast they were swirling, what crawled out of the water looked like a half person, half donkey.
That doesn't. So she.
No one likes that one, but that one might be my favorite.
Why is that your favorite?
I don't, because it's just because like you've got this lady's just for some reason decides to walk her pet donkey across the bridge, and somebody thought it'd be funny. Like, not only am I going to push that lady in the water, I'm going to push a donkey in there too.
Well, how else are you going to get your donkey across the bridge other than walking across?
But why would you take a donkey across the bridge?
To get to the other side? What? Like, it
Yeah,
seems
but why are you
completely
just out there?
plausible to me.
Why
like,
are you just out walking your donkey? Like, it's not
because like
dog.
donkeys need to exercise too, right?
Yeah, but this
I
how
mean-
run around the farm. Like, why are you just walking down the street?
I don't. I'm not sure. I get
know how to
your
answer your question.
Yeah, like I.
I don't even know what you're saying. But that is so you have this legend of Donkey Lady Bridge. It has, no matter who you talk to, how the tale goes from the creation is the same. It's the beginning's different. But with each tale, they all agree on one thing. That Donkey Lady, whatever happened to her, whether it's from fire or being pushed off a bridge, she became a spirit of vengeance. She was out to either get revenge on whoever harmed her, her children, or her and her pet donkey. She was a spirit of vengeance.
So what does she do to people?
Well, that's the funny thing. I don't think this lady knows what revenge is. Because
I'll just start by saying that in all three of these stories, the people in it seem to be a lot more aggressive than I've been led to believe that Texans are. I don't understand.
well, I mean, okay, well, if you look at the first tale, right? We don't know if the stranger is from Texas. He's just walking around.
Just flogging donkeys.
Just flogging
Which is-
donkeys.
Just
No
don't
big
look
deal.
that up either, Jeff. I just
Which, if I'm being
leave
honest,
that one alone as well.
I don't know
Yeah.
if I've ever been angry enough where I've walked somewhere and I saw
Punch the
like a
mule.
donkey tied up to the bar. You know what? Fuck that donkey, and just go start beating the shit out of it because I was that angry. Like that, I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
does
that
seem
seems like a
really
you
weird,
issue
right? Like
at that
that's-
point.
yeah, right. Seems a little silly. I also like the story with the husband. Like, I don't understand why. Okay, if you decide you're gonna kill your whole family, why set your wife on fire before you proceed?
Yeah.
Like, you it's implied like he shot himself and his children. Why not just shoot her too? Like, why is she
I
like,
thought he burned him. I thought he killed him all in a fire.
no, he lit her on fire
Mm.
and then
And then
killed
went for
himself and his
vengeance.
And he
kids.
killed.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll
Yeah.
teach him.
Like,
You
it's
know
just
what? I'm looking at this background, and each are llamas, not donkeys.
yeah, those are llamas. I don't want to say anything.
That's a swing and a miss there, Jeff.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything, but yeah, those are definitely those are llamas.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're basically the same, right? Isn't it?
I mean, are they? I don't know.
How do you are llama like? Because donkeys are what, horses and
They're donkeys or donkeys.
Equal.
You're thinking of mules.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're thinking of a
okay,
mule.
okay.
Mule's a half horse, half
donkey,
donkey.
half llama.
Now you have three halves in there. That don't make
Okay,
a
well,
whole.
that's a 33% chance.
Yeah, but that's
You
not,
got
a,
a
that's not a
donkey.
half.
You'll take those odds.
Those odds don't make sense.
I didn't even know donkeys and mules were different for the longest time. I had no idea. They all look the same. Like mules are smaller, or bigger.
Yeah,
Which one's
they're smaller.
They're
One's
big.
smaller.
Mules are bigger than donkeys.
I thought mules are smaller.
Oh, Mr. Expert over here.
Yeah, mules are bigger. That's why they crossbred them. And also, just for fun, non sequitur, Jeff, mules cannot reproduce.
I
They're all-
did hear
they're
that.
all
yeah,
females,
yeah,
yeah.
because
They're like ligers. Ligers can also not reproduce.
what?
They can mate lions and tigers, and it creates what's called a liger. But ligers can't reproduce.
Is there a lot of them running around?
I mean, there's not a lot. Like, they don't, because they make these giant aggressive cats. Like, they thought that was a bad idea, so they can kind of like they don't do it all the time.
I don't know. You make up stuff sometimes.
No,
So I'm not
Listen,
sure. About
there's
that.
a lot of these because then you got growler bears, which are becoming a thing of grizzly bears and polar bears mating,
Yeah,
and now
like
they're
a
making
natural.
the largest, most aggressive bear species, which doesn't seem like a great idea. I mean, not that people are doing it on purpose. It's the polar bears are like kind of moving south because like shit's melting, and now they're mating with grizzly bears because what the hell else they do? What the hell, Dave? I swear to God, look at background. I think I like this new game every episode now where we just change our backgrounds.
Can't take me anywhere.
Can't take you anywhere. Can't take you anywhere. So either tale you believe in, Donkey Lady became a spirit of vengeance. She was this lady whose hands were fused to look like hooves, and her head melted and became elongated to look like a donkey's head. And she is reported to haunt the woods around her bridge. For whatever reason, it's her bridge outside of San Antonio. Here's how she does it.
So the other two didn't have bridges.
That is correct. That is correct.
Just one had a bridge.
That is correct. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So wouldn't that lead you to believe that the one where she got pushed into the water that nobody likes is the actual correct one if she haunts a bridge?
That is a very valid point, but I think people just think that's the dumbest and they don't like it. Because some people go, no, the bridge was outside of their homestead. And you also, what I don't understand is people argue, well, this occurred in the 1800s. Some people are like, no, this occurred in the 50s. But my thing is, well, were they telling this before the 50s? Because if that's the case, then obviously this happened before the 50s.
Prior to the 50s, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this story already seems like it has the same veracity as the Candy Lady story.
I tell you, Texas is becoming my new favorite state because like all of their like just they're just nonsensical and weird, and I love it. So, whatever time frame, whatever story you believe in, she becomes this spirit of vengeance, and people start noticing weird things. The first thing people start noticing is when they're walking around that woods or crossing that bridge, the air is real heavy and they constantly feel like they're being watched. So it made people uncomfortable to go in the area. But then people said they would be walking through the woods and they would look and they could see her face in tall grass staring at them viciously, just staring at them as they walked, and they would get scared and run away.
How do you viciously stare? I'm just curious.
As a donkey, I don't know.
So she didn't actually do anything. She just stared at him.
It escalated. Trust me, people kept pressing it because like people started talking like, hey, there's this weird area in the woods where this like weird donkey thing is staring at us through the bushes, viciously staring at us. Like
viciously.
I would imagine it's like something like this. Yeah. That's what I imagine it'd be like.
I think you nailed it.
Thank you.
I mean, I feel like you've aggressed upon me. So
thank you. So then people started investigating the area and digging around them woods. And then a few people reported that they were actually chased by the donkey lady. So it's escalating.
Is that it? There's people like saw something in the woods and then some people were chased,
It gets worse. So as people are digging around, they're tramping around, some people are reporting like they would go to drive across the bridge, and if they kind of like stopped on the bridge to like, look at the water or whatever, they would hear hoof noises behind them, and they would look, and she'd be standing on the bridge staring at them. And so they'd hurry up and drive off.
Aggressively staring, I'm
Aggressive staring. Now this is where it gets good. Some people decided that we need to bring this creature, this thing, whatever this is, out in the light.
Justice.
And they started realizing, like, oh, this must be the donkey. Like they're calling her the donkey lady. Like we gotta see what this is about, right? So then a kind of ritual was designed that they decided would force this donkey lady to come out. But it had repercussions they did not intend. The ritual everybody kind of came up with was you take your car out onto her bridge, you roll the window down, and you start honking your horn and screaming the name Donkey Lady over and over again.
This sounds like cow tipping.
Who came up with this ritual?
The people in the area.
Yeah. The seniors is the answer, Jeff.
Yeah, people, some people in the area, like
high school seniors.
Yeah, I
talking
guess,
to
like,
some-
In all
yeah.
my research, they're not like an old Bud Gentry figured out this ritual to like they just said people in the area figured out this like ritual they called it.
Is being
that's
drunk and
important.
standing on a bridge shouting nonsense into the
Is that a
night
ritual?
sky, is that
Yeah.
a ritual?
I like it's a ritual, and you just
A
like honk your
sacred
horn.
rite.
Like, yeah.
Apparently in Texas, hey, that's all they need to do down there. But this
God
ritual
bless them.
that many people tried had unintended consequences.
Oh, really?
Because after they would do it,
She got fired up.
Donkey Lady would appear on
She
the
wasn't
bridge,
having it.
and she'd be stamping her burnt hoof feet and just looking at you, and then she'd start chasing your car, and people would try to drive away, and she would jump on your car and prance real hard. It said they left hoof marks in their
Whoa. But she didn't actually have hooves.
no, her just
Melted
hands
hands.
melted into like hooves.
This
Oddly,
whole
the
thing.
dents in the cars looked a lot like Budweiser candy.
Yeah.
It's weird. Which is it was more hoof than Budweiser can, but you could go
Either way.
So people kept doing this, and Donkey Lady kept appearing and kicking the shit out of their cars, and chasing them. Over the years, the bridge became dilapidated, and it got to the point where they closed the bridge because it wasn't safe to drive over it anymore, and they wouldn't fix it, and that bridge is still closed today. If you ask the locals, they think it was closed because all these people were going and trying to evoke Donkey Lady, and it was getting dangerous. They were worried that someone was going to die, so they never opened the bridge. But people still go out there and claim to this day that when they're out in them woods near that bridge, they can feel her watching, or they see her watching. And some brave souls still claim that if you park in front of the bridge and honk your horn and scream her name, she'll show up to hoof your car.
So what was on the other side of the bridge?
The road.
But like, where does that road go? You know what I mean?
Like,
So
right-
like, they're like, oh, the donkey later said nobody used that bridge. Maybe there just wasn't anything on the other side. Nobody wants to go to.
I think, like, to my understanding, it was just a bridge that went on these like kind of rural areas outside of San Antonio.
Yeah.
So are we suggesting that the Donkey Lady of Texas is the special needs cousin of the Mothman?
yeah. Well, and she didn't even do anything. She just jumps on people's cars. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
Get
that's
off
right.
the bridge.
Yeah. And they call her,
Garbage,
they literally still call her a spirit of vengeance, but like she never killed anybody.
Vengeance
never-
of what?
She like the worst thing she ever did was dent some people's cars with some
So
donkey
let's
hooves.
let's recap this stupid legend.
Okay.
So this lady was either burnt to death or drowned, one or the
Yep.
other.
Right. Mhm.
Now she just haunts a bridge
Yeah.
and jumps on cars.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I was that I had all these facts correct. Like,
I think I like
It's not a deep well, Jeff.
hey,
I love Texas urban legend. This might be. I like this one more than Candy Lady. I think.
now are we sure that this wasn't a hobo? Because that seems to be a thing in Texas.
Well, here's the thing, though,
Yeah.
right? No one knows who that stranger is, and the one article I did read said maybe he was just a vagabond, which, as we all know, another term for hobo.
yeah, a vagabond.
There it is.
'Cause
Now we
no
brought
one-
it full
like-
circle.
Like, what's crazy to me is, right? Like, there was one tale talks about this stranger that just shows up to beat the shit out of their donkey. No
Yeah.
one knows who he is, where he came from, or anything about him. I don't know how they
The
know.
donkey hater. of
Why would you need?
Texas.
Why would you need details?
I don't
mean,
even know how they know about this stranger, right?
Yeah.
Because the husband and kids are dead, and the wife became Donkey Lady and ran off into the woods. Who told them about this stranger beating the hell out of their donkey? You know what
The
I mean?
donkey gods.
The donkey gods. Once again, I also don't know, like, when like she's pushed off the bridge, there's no tale of her getting vengeance on the person that pushes her off the bridge. And like, if her idea of vengeance is, I'm just gonna hoof the shit out of your car, I don't think she knows what
Well,
vengeance
so
is.
right. So the thing is, like, if it was like, so this happened a long time. When did she get knocked off the bridge? 1800s or something?
They're thinking that one's around the 50s as well. from what I
50s, the
saw.
50s. Okay.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't. I was gonna say if it was like the 1800s, she wouldn't have known what a car was. So why would she?
True.
be after him. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
Your carriage ain't got no horse. That's what she's pissed off about. All those jobs that the horses and donkeys had lost because of the horseless carriages. I think we've cracked this one, guys.
I don't know if that's because she's not a real like donkey.
No, she is apparently.
Well, she looks like a donkey. Which, once again, also, if you're gonna become a spirit of vengeance,
Wait, I thought she was an actual donkey.
No, she looks like a donkey because her fingers
Her disfigurement
together that look like hooves, and her like face melted and looked like a donkey head. But it's weird that when people say like it shows up, like they basically describe it as like a weird human donkey.
Yeah.
Look, Jeff, let's just all be honest. The threads in the sweater are tenuous at best.
Yeah, at best, that's for sure.
Let's not start pulling
Listen,
too
when you
hard.
look at the websites about this tale, like it's described as terrifying. They say people still terrified to go in the area. They call her.
This is menacing looking.
You know what? I don't know anymore because the way they're all describing donkey lady, like the words like terrifying. The area still is considered a bad area to go into. People are still afraid of running to the donkey lady in them woods. Like she's a spirit. Like every article called her a spirit of vengeance.
But she hasn't done anything. Why is anybody afraid of her? Like no, she like literally hasn't done anything.
You know how hard it is to get donkey hooves out of your.
I guess.
Your car?
I mean,
like you know how hard it is to get them dents out.
Well, I'm just saying. It sounds like the people that live in this area don't really got to worry about dents in their car. There's other things they need to worry about.
Like the mess there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know exactly driving Mercedes around there probably.
Listen, you're telling me, okay, you're gonna sit there with a straight face and tell me that if you were walking in the woods and you looked over and see this like black and burnt like donkey head staring at you from the tall grass, that wouldn't scare you. Or if you're driving,
I'd probably just keep driving. I mean,
or if like you're driving,
who are these people? That's the theme too with these cryptids, like the Mothman and what's that? The alien guy, Edgar Snyder, whatever his name was, like the alien and Mothman. What was his name?
Oh, Ingrid Cole.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Edgar Snyder.
Like, why don't
So
people
close.
just keep driving? Like, I don't.
Because like
Too
these other
stupid,
people
like-
say she like stands in the middle of the bridge.
So you
can't
got
drive.
like so it doesn't matter.
It's like a little bridge. It's not like it's not a real wide bridge.
I don't know. You just keep driving. I mean, I'm sure Donkey Lady will get out
listen,
of the
if
way.
you saw like a burnt like half donkey, half human looking thing stand in the middle of the bridge, just stare at you aggressively, you're gonna tell me you just be like, no, I'm gonna keep driving.
Well, I'd probably drive faster. If
And she like runs, and, like,
Yeah.
jumps up on your
Yeah.
car, starts hooving it.
Probably hit her with a tire iron or something. You know what I mean? Like,
You can't hit a spirit of a vengeance with a tire iron.
why not? Are we
Have
back
you
to ghost
tried?
rules
Come
now?
on,
Like
these are ghost rules.
What? Like why can't you hit her with a tire iron?
If she can hit my car, I can.
Yeah,
hit her.
she has become corporeal because she can
Okay.
jump on my car.
As soon as you swing that tire iron, you know what's gonna happen to you? They're gonna find you dead on that bridge, covered in little hoof marks.
I don't know about that.
Can't kill.
I
a
mean, there
spirit
are
of
worse
vengeance.
ways to go. I mean, at least it's a cool story.
Oh wait, you're
Jeff got
saying
his
it's
butt
not
stomped
an
by the donkey
embarrassing
lady.
way to die by being trampled to death by little donkey hooves?
There's
You know,
way
no,
there's
you know
way
what an
more
embarrassing way to
embarrassing.
die? On the toilet.
Yeah,
period.
yeah. That's just
I'll take the donkey lady over the obituary of
Yeah,
me.
because like you were at least fighting for your life. You had a tire iron. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, let's not. I mean,
Yeah.
I may have been doing that on the toilet too, but we
Well, I mean, what having a tire
there
iron
are
on the
different kinds of
toilet?
fights.
Is that like what do you need a tire iron on the toilet for?
Again, Jeff, mind your own business.
I just thought
Not today. Not today.
It's happening again. Lock the doors.
and then like the one story I read, like this guy was talking about his run in, and they said he like in the article, they're like, oh, and like you could see the fear in his eyes. He told this tale and described how he was sitting on the bridge with his girlfriend at the time. They were just looking at the water. And as they're sitting there, they just hear a little pop, 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 pop coming from behind them. And then it
Shit.
jumped on their car.
She had that bubble wrap.
No, they like plop, like hoof sounds, like clop, plop,
Oh,
plop,
I thought you
hoof.
meant she had bubble wrap or something. That sounded like
Why would you scare people with bubble wrap?
I don't know. Why would you be a donkey lady? And then-
Well, she didn't choose to be a donkey lady. She was
Why would
made
you-
into a
why
donkey
wouldn't you?
lady.
Why wouldn't you spend your time bettering yourself instead of staring people?
Because she
Hey, there's lots of programs for disabled people. Like, I mean,
Listen.
there's tons of them out there.
that as a spirit of vengeance, that's her job to get revenge on people in the
Well,
area.
like if this is the 50, if this was the 50s,
Mm-hmm.
let's say she's 20 years old. What would that make her? About 80 now.
But she's not a regular human anymore. She's a
How
spirit
do you
of
know?
vengeance.
You don't know that.
Well, they call her spirit of vengeance.
Well, I could call you a spirit of vengeance, but it'd
Well,
be
I kinda
incorrect.
am.
Please
Are-
at least tell me that the people that heard this turned around and said, "Who's that clip clopping across my bridge?"
yeah.
They did not. They were terrified, and then when
Then they're morons. They
Donkey
deserve
lady-
to
Yeah,
die.
yeah.
They
jumped
deserve
on
to
top
die,
of their
then.
car, they got scared and drove off. And when he said, which a lot of people have talked about this, like when they got into a safe area and he got out to look at the car, he saw little like donkey hoof imprints covered in soot on his car where it jumped on it.
Did he show anybody the hoof prints?
It does not say that in the article. So I'm gonna assume no. I'm gonna assume no.
Because they don't just go away. I mean, like,
Well, you
Well,
wash
if-
the soot off.
but the dents would still be there.
Oh, you can pop dents out.
Can't wash. Why would you go through all that trouble if you're that scared? Like, if you're trying to sell this story about the donkey lady to people,
Let's destroy the
like,
evidence immediately.
yeah, that seems suspect.
Well, I mean, like you can't go to work. Like and everybody was like, "Why do you have little soot-covered donkey imprints in your car?" I'd be like, "Taking my lady out on the bridge and."
Well, if the
weird
soot,
donkey
would
lady
get
jumped on it.
the soot would get washed off or whatever,
Yeah.
just over. But like the dents, they wouldn't necessarily look like hoof prints. Like, I mean, then I don't.
They say all the dents look like hoof prints.
But he okay. So these were intricate enough dents to look like hoof prints.
That's what they say in the article. yeah.
However, he took the time to remove them from his car.
Well, yeah, because you don't want to.
This is dumb. This whole thing's dumb. Texas is dumb, and San Antonio.
It's not. Listen, I don't care what anybody says. You walk into the woods and you see this weird,
Hey,
like, burnt.
I know
donkey
three
head statue.
things. I know three.
Oh,
things.
don't you? Oh, you don't know
Yeah.
nothing.
You don't play cards with a man that has a first name the same as a city. You don't go near a lady with a dagger tattoo on her body. And you got to get at least 12 hours to sleep at night. That's all I know.
And horses can't look up.
And horses can't. Well, that's
Can
four
donkeys
things.
look up?
Only halfway.
Yeah, only halfway. I agree with that. And babies can't walk
Can-
backwards.
Now, can donkey lady look up?
Well, yeah, because she's got lady neck, not donkey neck.
She's got lady neck. I
Yeah.
love
What's
that
that
phrase.
mean? I don't know what
it
lady
She's
means.
got, she has a human neck. Oh, I guess not lady neck. She has a human neck.
Donkeys have big necks too. Like
But they
they're
don't
not-
have human necks. They have donkey necks
How do you know? Are you
because they're a donkey.
anthropologist? No. What's the
A zoologist.
biologist? Yeah, biologist.
sure.
I guess.
I mean, I am well versed. When you are on the path of enlightenment, into the unseen world, to the dark areas of this world, to those areas where darkness and light meet, and you are trying to find the truth, you have to learn a lot of stuff to be able to do that.
Mm, agreed.
Are you saying that's what she looks like?
That's her on
I'm saying
Mars.
that's what the internet says she looks like. I didn't take the photo.
I just thought for sure you guys would be more afraid than this.
Well, I'm nowhere near Texas or a bridge, so I mean, I think I'll be all right. Like,
That's true. That's true. But yeah, I mean, like every article I read, they said people are outside San Antonio in this area still fear the donkey lady, just like
Yeah.
the candy lady, which is crazy to me because if you think about Texas and the sheer number of guns they have in that state, like the candy lady, okay, I kind of get she steals your children.
yeah,
Like-
this lady just jumps on your car.
She
Like,
she's a dog, like she looks like a burnt donkey, like she hasn't attacked anybody. She's attacked your vehicle. She's chased you, but like so will a regular donkey.
Yeah, I think this may just be the product of
incest.
overindulgence in
Yeah, I agree.
alcohol.
I vote for incest.
Okay. I'm gonna make you a T-shirt that says
I
that.
vote-
That'll be the next shirt on the Look at Wild's website.
Just Jeff's face.
Says, I vote for incest. Well, I'm just saying, I find it funny that, we talked about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Here's another tale out of Texas with somebody with a fucked up face, but only instead of using the chainsaw as weapons, they use their burnt hoof hands.
Yeah, they're so close. I could see the relationship.
Right? Right?
Are you implying that she was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
She could have been. She could have been involved.
She could definitely be in the Wyatt family or Hewitt family, I guess.
Yeah.
Is the latest version.
Just throwing that out there. Like, it's just interesting. I mean, Candy Lady, she was taking people's teeth. Donkey Lady's taking paint off your car. Just weird what's going on in Texas,
Yeah, she's very foreboding for minor vandalism.
Yeah.
That's the part I laughed so hard because they're like when every article they wait till the end to tell you like what she does in the area or whatever, but they're all of them. It's just peppered through every article. Is calling her a spirit of vengeance,
building up
terrifying.
this.
Yeah, and then like the worst thing I could find that she did was when she would jump on your car and hoof it and put dents in it. She never hurt nobody. No one ever went missing. No one ever died. Nothing bad happened to the community. Just people had some hoof prints in their car.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, who cares?
And they're afraid of her still today. And I'm like, why? The bridge is closed. Who goes there anymore? They say people still go there to try to evoke the donkey lady.
Yes, that's why they go there.
To evoke the donkey lady? Or to do meth.
Yeah.
That's probably how the bridge is closed down.
Because all the meth people on it?
All the meth people live on the other side.
They're like, oh, the bridge is bad. Donkey lady.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll go over there.
Donkey Lady
Stay
Bridge.
away from that place.
AKA Meth Bridge. Like,
I'm just surprised they haven't made a movie about Donkey Lady yet.
Are you?
Major motion picture
Could
event.
you imagine? Oh, what if they did a Donkey
It's the
Lady?
crescendo of that movie that she actually slashes somebody's tires or something.
Nope. She just jumps right on the hood.
Yeah.
Just kicks him.
What if they did a Donkey Lady versus Candy Lady movie? Oh, that's a better question. Who would you guys pick in a fight? If Donkey Lady, Candy Lady, both Texas fought each other, who's winning?
Does Candy Lady have a car?
I don't think so.
Game changer.
Then Candy Lady.
Well, but Donkey Lady, she doesn't have a car to protect her. What happens if Donkey Lady goes and
That's all.
chases her?
She can't do anything but jump on cars.
Yeah,
Well, she
Candy
chases
Lady has
people,
this
too.
army of children that she's
Yeah.
abducted over the years. She's got this
But,
army.
but it's implied that she's killed those children.
Is it though?
Yeah, because
And
remember that cop they found with all the teeth, all
So,
the candy wrappers full of teeth in his pocket?
Then by your argument, she's killed people, and
Yes.
Donkey Lady has
jumped on
vandalism.
numerous
I think we have our
cars.
winner. I think we have our winner.
That seems a little one-sided, if you ask me.
I think
I mean, the
guys-
Candy Lady gets there, and the Donkey Lady says, "Okay, yeah, but where's your
Yeah.
car?
Where's your
Let me
car?
show
What
you
do
some stuff."
Yeah,
listen, this is a true underdog tale.
I see. You just got your car waxed. So come on over.
What's
Listen,
this?
If
What's
this is
this?
a Texas version of Rocky, Rocky was the underdog. I think Donkey Lady's the underdog too. I think she can pull it off.
The
So
underdog.
are you saying the Candy Lady is Dolph Lundgren? Is that is that what you're
Yes.
implying?
I must
Wow.
break you.
Yes.
Wow. Speaking of bridges too far here, let's reel it in.
But as soon as I saw, I was like, that's what we got to talk about. This is what we got to talk about.
I think you're banned from picking subjects from like
No.
Yeah,
Listen,
I think
Texas, there is so Texas has the weirdest, I mean, they have Chupacabra, which okay, cool. All right. But then they got these weird ones. Like there's this tale of the of the giant owl man, which might be one of my favorite ones too. Have you ever heard the tale of the owl man from Texas?
Of course not.
Well, it's apparently it's this tale of this giant owl, like it's huge, and what happens is some people say it's either a witch that could turn into a giant owl, or they say that it's a giant owl familiar of a witch. And what they say is what happened one night was this witch's son was out walking the street or riding his bike or something at night, and a drunk driver hit him. So now they warn people in Texas, when you leave a bar, if you're stumbling or appear drunk, people have claimed they've watched that giant owl man swoop down and pick up these drunk people and take them away. And they believe it's because that witch is stopping people from drunk driving and killing people.
Yeah, I think CNN did a piece on that just last year, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
About the giant owl man swooping down.
Yeah, this epidemic of drunks getting scooped up off the street.
So a bunch of people coming out of a bar.
Yeah, that's right.
Saw a giant owl
That swooped down.
You don't say.
And picked up a drunk person and flew off
It
with
seems nothing
Yeah,
at all
Tommy
checks
was
out.
there one day and he was gone.
They're like, Tommy just moved away. What are you talking about?
No,
Tommy hasn't lived here for years.
No,
man.
my son's name was Owl, like Albert, not Owl. That's what
I'm just
You calling me a liar?
you know what? I'd like you to say that, Jeff, to people who've watched this giant owl taking their drunk friends.
Yeah, bring them on this. Bring them on. I'll say it right.
One.
I'll say it right to their camera face here. I don't care. Like,
Well, what's weird is like when I was looking at articles about the album, they never named anybody that saw it. They're just like people have claimed.
people, yeah, quote unquote people. Yep.
That claim to see it. I mean, Texas might have, like, Pennsylvania probably has some of the lamest. Texas,
Yeah, it
man,
is pretty
that's
lame
just.
here.
Yeah.
They got
Just
some
remember that
doozies.
Texas also produced the legend of the lady who used to lasso tornadoes.
That's true.
That happened though.
They know how to spin a yarn. I'll give that
think-
to my Texas brothers and sisters.
I think legend's a bit of a stretch for that because that actually happened. So
Yeah, let's not diminish the actual accomplishments.
You also figure too. They also have the tails of the floating coyote heads that just float around. Ghost coyote heads.
Mhm.
And that guy that just walks around there in the desert and no one knows where he's going or who he is or why he's just walking, but people see him all the time.
Yeah, they've got a lot of starts to great stories. A lot of these have not been completely fleshed out. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, floating coyote heads is ghost coyote is kind of cool, and then you're like, oh, well, what happened? And we don't know. They're
just float.
Where did they come from? Don't know.
No,
Where are they
no.
going? I don't know.
And nobody.
What are they
knows.
doing? I don't know.
Hey, and they're like, it's not for me to question coyote ghost heads. So, you know?
What
I don't
was
ask
like
those kind of questions.
Yeah,
in
I don't
Texas
get it.
Chainsaw Massacre when she goes, what you do is your business, not mine. I feel like that's why they don't know this stuff. That's just their thing.
Yeah.
Because like
Mm.
you
They
think
don't
about
ask.
it, Candy Lady, right? They're just like they saw her walk down the road. Where'd she go? Don't know. Did anybody see her with it?
No.
No. With the kids?
No.
No. Donkey Lady.
It's none of my business, boy.
None of my business.
Yeah. Like if this is a spirit of vengeance, does that mean they didn't like arrest anybody or like get vengeance for her? They're just like she's a Donkey Lady now.
We should have a Texas team up, Donkey Lady and and Candy Lady.
So instead of fighting, you want them to
Yeah.
team up?
Yeah, I mean, why not? You know, they can fight Thanos.
The new Justice League of Texas. Donkey Lady and
Yeah, Donkey
Ghost
Lady,
Coyote Head.
Ghost Coyote Head,
Owl
Candy,
man.
Candy Lady, Giant Owl Man.
I'd watch that show.
I know, for
Be
real.
honest.
Oh wait, should we?
They don't.
write
They
that
never
show?
do anything. Like
No,
these are their
yeah.
powers. Like they find a criminal and she scuffs their fender.
Like I can only fight crime that's on my bridge. You know?
You all lure them here, and I'll show them what's what.
Gives all the criminals diabetes. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, Candy Lady's implied takes her teeth.
it's implied.
Listen, all right, I'll give you. All right, Donkey Lady, she doesn't do a lot, right? But like, you can't argue. Like, Owl Man is like picking up drunks and taking them away.
Well, if the bad guys are drunk, then they're
Candy Lady kidnaps children, takes their teeth. I don't know what the floating coyote heads do,
Nobody
matter.
does.
or the
Doesn't
guy
matter.
just walks.
Yeah.
But like, they could float around and do stuff. Also, we could bring
I know
Chupacabra into
what
this.
I know what the guy that walks does. He gets his steps in.
Exactly.
You know what? I just don't think you guys appreciate the legends and tales that
Yeah,
cause the
you
people in
talked about
Texas to
this.
stay up at night.
You talked
Yeah,
about
I
this
don't
all week. You're like, this is going to be cool. It's such a cool premise. Last week, you're like, I got something good coming up. You're done. You're done.
Listen, it's the most ridiculous thing in the world, and that's why I love it.
You know
It's the
what?
most
You're cut
ridiculous.
off. I hope the giant owl man comes and gets you. Because
No, he won't, because I won't walk out of my house
I'm
drunk.
done with this.
No, just think about the people that's listed in this episode right now.
Yeah, I am thinking
why
about
he's
him.
telling
Who
you
have
you're done.
never heard of the donkey lady.
I'm sympathizing with him.
And now, like, what if they're ever on Jeopardy one day and they're like, what is the name of the spirit of vengeance that haunts a bridge outside of San Antonio that
Batman.
that oh, Batman that scuffs up people's cars? They go, oh, Campfire tail donkey lady. Talk about donkey lady.
And he'd say,
I'm sorry, we needed that
in the form of a question. Yeah. Who is the donkey lady of Texas?
Eli, that's a rookie mistake. Come on, man.
I know. Wow. You know, I walked in that one. You're right. You know, don't drive across St. Bridges, Dave. That's all I'm gonna say. You might walk out.
I won't.
You walk out and see little hoof marks in them.
You'd have a hard time finding them on my truck.
You sure it's just like not a pigeon or something that jumped on their car?
How would a pigeon leave dents in your car?
He said they were little.
Because he's pissy.
Well, because they say it's like because they're not real hooves. They're like melted finger hooves.
Fingers don't melt, dude.
Well,
especially
in
not
this
when
story they do. Okay?
Especially not when you get pushed in the water.
Yeah, the melting face and melting hoof hands.
The water story, they believe that whatever happened to the water, the donkey and the human fused together.
Wait, so there was a donkey already in the water when she fell in.
She was walking.
They melted together.
She was walking her donkey across the bridge, and somebody thought it'd be funny and pushed her and her donkey off the bridge.
Was it like the Lady of the Lake did it or something? What like that doesn't make it? Is it magic water? I mean, did anybody check the pH levels of that river? Like
the waters are rough. No one knows what happens, but what came out of the river was this weird human donkey thing.
Was there a Brindle teleporting device?
Yeah, what is
in
this
the
like?
river that they both fell into?
Listen, no one likes that one. Okay, that's why everybody goes either the stranger who beat the hell out of their donkey that set them all on fire, or the husband set her on fire.
But those don't make any sense. Why she's by a bridge?
Like, well, I can't answer the bridge. The only one, like, I don't understand. Like, I get like if the area, like, oh, that's where Homestead is, right? The bridge, I don't get the bridge thing. I'll be
so you think people that are like making up a legend, and yes, I said making it up, would come up would maybe piece it together here, like
some backstory.
Her husband caught her on fire and tossed her into the river with their donkey, and then went back and whatever.
Why would he have to kill the donkey?
Because the donkey
Why
was
not?
staring at him while
I got it.
It was a guard donkey that was staring at him while he was sleeping.
I got it. The donkey jumped in to save her.
Oh, okay.
On fire.
Okay.
Right.
It was the guard donkey.
And now she's saving people from going over the bridge.
Because
she's not actually a bad spirit of vengeance. She's not a spirit of vengeance. She's a spirit of warning. So she doesn't want people to go over the bridge because it's going to fall in.
So it is a Mothman situation.
Oh,
right. Only way lamer. So.
So that's why she hooved it. It's more of a
right. It's like you need to stop, right?
Okay.
Like she does that, like that thing, like horses do. Like that. You know what I mean? Like that thing. You know what I mean? Like,
all I know is if I die tragically and
toss you in the river with a donkey.
No, don't do that. And I come to and realize, oh, I've become a spirit of vengeance. And then like I look in the mirror and I look half burnt donkey, and I'm like, weird. What are my abilities? And like they're like, you stand on this bridge, and if cars get too close, you're gonna hoof the cars. And I'm like, okay,
worst troll ever.
And what else do I do? They're like, that's it.
That's your life.
That's it.
That's your eternity now.
You scuff up paint on cars.
And the thing is, because the bridge is like dilapidated, so she doesn't even do anything.
No one can drive
across
the bridge anymore. Yeah, you can't drive across the bridge. It's closed.
What's she doing?
Well, nowadays? they said that if people will still drive up to where you can stop in front of the bridge, and then they'll call her out, and then she'll show up there. So,
cat calling the donkey lady.
Well, you honk your horn over and over again and scream "donkey lady." And that's the ritual. That's what brings her.
I can imagine this poor donkey lady trying to complain to the elder gods, and they're like, look, we've got a guy out here that's just a coyote head. At least you have a story.
You heard of that?
He's just out there floating around.
You heard all dogs go to heaven? No, they just become floating coyote heads.
So you got it easy. I wouldn't
You
complain too much.
You're gonna cry. We got old Jay the Walker out here just screwing around,
Just walking.
screwing around in the cornfields or whatever. Like,
Not everybody can be Owlman and Candy
Yeah.
Lady, okay?
yeah, right. Like this is that's the A team. You
Yeah.
guys are the
Yeah.
B team here.
For the FIDE, my one piece of advice to the Candy Lady is if you try and present candy to the Donkey Lady, you want to keep your fingers wide open. 'cause
Right. Yeah. You
So-
don't let them
If
think
it's like a sugar cube,
hostile
you
move,
got to
yeah.
keep your hand flat when she eats out of your hand.
She comes up like, no.
I wonder if anybody's ever tried to do that. Like when they've called her, just be like, hold out some sugar cubes.
Give her some
Or like an apple or a carrot or something, you know? And be like, she'll let us cross the bridge. You just have to. Maybe that's why she's pissed off because no one, like, she technically didn't die. She turned into a donkey. And
That's why I said
one's
she's
fed
like
her.
80 years old now.
Exactly.
She just
Somebody-
lives alongside the bridge.
Yeah.
in
Somebody
one of
presented
my-
her one day with a 0 bar and she's been
Yeah,
pissed
she's
off
like,
ever
no.
What? No, everybody loves a 0 bar.
since. You
She
are
lives in-
wrong, sir.
Yeah. And what I can only assume is some sort of Texan hobo village, right? Like,
What? A 0 bar is a hobo village?
no, that's where the donkey lady lives. I'm sure there's lots of 0 bars in the hobo village, though.
I don't think. I think Donkey Lady lives on the bridge, and no hobos are going to live on a
she
dilapidated bridge.
No, she probably lives under the bridge, right?
Like any troll would. Yeah.
But, I mean,
Why would she
lives
live
in
on the
water?
bridge?
Because
That
there's
doesn't-
water under the bridge.
There's a place where the shore is.
You know how bridges work, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what a
but,
bridge.
like-
Do you even know what a bridge is?
Yeah, but like, why would you want to live near the right under like a damp, wet bridge when you can live on
A
top?
lot of people do that. Like,
Why would you want to live on top of it?
It's dry.
well, you just live in the middle, unless it rains.
But yeah, I don't think she actually lives on a bridge because they say she's also in the woods staring at you out of tall grass. I think she actually lives in the woods. She's probably got a little donkey lady hut. And she just happens to go to the bridge. Like the bridge is her vacation spot.
Oh, okay.
And she's got like a little hut, little donkey hut.
Let's be
Uh,
honest. Over the last hour and a half, we've spent exponentially more time trying to flesh out this story than anybody has.
Than anybody who made it up. Yeah.
Well, I just don't know why anybody would fear the donkey lady. Like, if I moved to Texas to this town, and they're like, "Oh, don't go to this area of the donkey lady," I'm like, "Oh my god!" And I'm like, "What does she do?" And they're like, "She'll hoof your car." And I'm like, "All right,
And
that it?
And?
Yeah, she's
maybe
there's an old
she's-
man down the street still got dents."
Maybe she's marking you for the owl man.
Wait a
You
minute,
know? What if that's a
Ooh.
thing?
like she's marking up your car, so the owl man watches you till he comes drunk out of the bar.
Texas team up.
Oh my god! You know what? You might be onto something.
Maybe it's
Hey.
just insurance fraud.
Right, that's true. She they hit your car.
She
like,
works for the local
oh,
agency.
Like,
She's like, "You want to make a claim? Hey, make a claim on that."
make a
hoof
claim on
marks.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
poor
geez.
donkey lady.
Poor
Poor donkey lady.
Yeah.
I'm just
Poor
saying. So now
Carwoods.
I just want everybody listening, and you both as well. Just next time you drive across the bridge, just make sure if you feel like someone's staring at you. They probably are.
Now it's every bridge.
Yeah, just any bridge.
What if it's like that shitty Ring sequel where they mass produced the tape, put it on YouTube and shit, and then like she's climbing out of the plane and stuff? Any bridge, the donkey lady's in print on any bridge because we told the tale. Maybe that's why this tale's not got out before. And now anybody that is listening to this in their car, they drive across the bridge, boom, donkey lady's on that bridge now.
I think she was on Twitter, right? Hashtag bridge life, hashtag donkey life, hashtag bridge donkey,
Bridge donkey.
hashtag car hood. I think I saw her account on there.
You know what's also sad about that? Most cars aren't made of metal anymore. They're plastic, so I think it's a lot harder to dent with your little hose.
Wait, most cars are made of plastic now?
The outside
Eli
a lot
lives
of
in he lives in a special world.
I was gonna
No.
say this is like the bridge. You know what a car is, right?
Yeah, like the frame's metal, but a lot of it's dense plastic, the door panels and stuff. Like they're not solid metal like they used to be.
The last plastic car I heard of was the Saturn, and those did not last
Not
long.
all plastic, but I mean, like if you look at
Aren't they
like,
fiberglass, not
or
plastic?
fiberglass, whatever. Plastic, fiberglass, same thing.
No, that's different. Those are completely different things.
It's not metal. That's all.
You
I do
drink-
know that.
You drink out of a fiberglass pop bottle when you get soda from.
Sure do.
Yeah.
Sure do. But like, it's harder to dent with your little hose. Like
Eli's in his house insulating with plastic. He's like, I don't know what's going on.
Same
I keep
stuff.
putting all this insulation in here. It's cold in the winter and hot in the summer. I don't understand it.
Got some
Hey.
fiberglass cookware in his
Listen,
kitchen.
you joke, but I was just reading a story the other day where this family went to like their house was real cold, and so they decided they were gonna re-insulate. They bought this old house, and when they took the drywall down, they realized that there was a bunch of dead animal carcasses stuffed in there and not insulation. And
Wow.
here that was old. I guess like when the Dutch, like that was an old like spell or like the old Dutch magic that it would bring protection and good luck to your house, as if you
Dutch?
insulate it
By
with
stuffing dead animals. in
I've
it?
never
Yeah.
heard the phrase Dutch magic.
yeah,
before in my
apparently
life.
like that's the article is saying it was like old Dutch magic.
Wow. I
I
think we
do,
need to delve deeper into Dutch magic. That needs to be a
I do old Dutch magic every once in a while to my wife when we're in bed. I pull the blankets over her head.
Whoa.
Oh,
Seal the blanket over her head. For a minute.
I wouldn't Google Dutch magic either.
I bet your wife loves that.
But
Everything draws us closer for sure.
Alakazam!
do you tell her like this is an aura of protection?
Keeps out the donkey lady.
Yeah,
That's
keep
how
everybody
Jake's
away.
protecting his house.
Yeah, you just start driving up and you gotta rip one in the car like or you get across the bridge. Like
Yeah, if she's gonna mark me for the owl, man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna mark my family.
yeah, mark them.
I can just see Dave's like, you really need to quit like farting everywhere like this bad. And she's like, don't you understand?
You'll
First
thank me someday.
We got
You'll
Slender
thank me
Man to
someday.
worry about. The candy lady Texas. I just found out about this donkey lady. I'm protecting you.
Yeah, and then he goes like, I wonder what shit in your pants protects you from.
Well, if you shit-
Long-term relationship.
pretty much everyone.
Well,
much
I-
like-
relationship.
I would think if you shit yourself, that'd prevent the owl man from getting you because he's not going to pick up some other poopy pants.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think owls really care, right? They eat mice whole.
But he's an owl man.
Holy crap, guys!
No, he's a giant owl.
Well,
It was a man.
that's true.
I hate to-
Owlman's different than a giant owl. What's up, Dave? Sorry.
Oh, I just found something that
Uh-oh.
I both hate and love, and I hate to validate.
Yeah,
Eli's
I
story
saw
here.
that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
they put
had her in,
Donkey Lady and
Yeah,
Red
she's
Dead
in Red
Redemption
Dead
2.
Redemption 2. Yep.
What
Ooh,
about that?
look at that.
Man, they were they are working hard at some random
that
stuff.
that
But
Donkey
apparently,
Lady.
Donkey Lady, for people that are on the podcast and not on YouTube, is a character in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
Donkey Lady makes an appearance. What about that?
Because she's a feared tale in Texas.
But there was no cars in Red Dead Redemption 2. So what
Well,
did she do?
She put
Just jumped on wagons? Like,
yeah, she put hoof marks in the wood on your wagon.
okay.
And that's harder to get out because now you got to sand that wood down and repaint it. Not
I
like
think
just putting a
like
plunger
her
on a
picture,
car.
she has like a donkey skull. Like she's actually
Well, yeah,
cooler
like
and-
she looks more terrifying than everything I've read. Because everybody just says it looks like a donkey staring out of the woods at you.
Maybe it's a donkey staring at you out of the woods.
It's possible, yeah. Anybody
Wait,
ever
you
check
say
into
like
that?
a real donkey?
Yeah.
Why would a real donkey just be
Crazy, I
wandering
know.
around? See, here, like I like to play devil's advocate on this show, right? You guys try to sweep some of these legends on the rug, and I like to counter that because my question to you, Dave, would then be, why is there a random donkey walking around the woods? Are
I'm
you
just
saying that makes more sense than
Yes.
Donkey Lady?
and
Yes.
a mythical lady donkey? I'm
That
just saying
donkey
that
lady.
maybe I'm not going to admit to having been hired by the Men in Black to marginalize these storylines, but
Do you think the Men in Black would care about the tale of Donkey Lady?
I think they would care about it about as much as I do.
Because it's not like Mothman; it's like no threat, you know.
Exactly.
Like she just hooves your car, whatever.
Apparently, she can beast some timbers, though. I mean, this is
Well,
pretty
in the
impressive.
Red Dead Redemption 2 looks like they definitely for this picture
they went full
tried
monster with her.
they try to they're like what is this tale? And then like someone told them like, you want us to put that in the game? Okay, we're gonna monsterfy her a little bit. and not. But the only weird thing about the picture of her from the game is she's just wearing a donkey hat and she's a skull.
No, she's. Oh, I've got another picture here that I'll pull down. This is great podcasting, by the way.
Well,
this is the donkey lady of a podcast episode. With this.
Hey, we're trying to get to the bottom of the donkey lady, all right? Listen,
No, she's actually she's a creature of some kind because she's got skeleton hands and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't even like it. If she don't have hooves, I don't like it.
See, she's without flesh.
No, I don't see no hooves. I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like it. She don't got no
Sorry,
hooves.
I didn't program it. I'm not the art director for Red Dead Redemption.
They should be embarrassed. Okay,
I'm sure they are.
they should be.
I'm sure they are.
They should be.
I'm sure somebody lost their job over the donkey lady.
The donkey lady.
They probably did. Listen, that area outside San Antonio, they don't mess around. They still fear her. They still fear her patch of woods and her bridge. Put some
Around
respect
San
on it.
Antonio.
Outside San Antonio, yes. I have a feeling like if you actually ask people in San Antonio, no one's ever fucking heard of this.
Really?
I'm just guessing.
Just spitballing. That
I
they
heard a
look
guess
at you
out
funny.
there. I don't think she has the same general fear like Candy Lady does. But hey, on that note, everyone, you all now can have another thing to fear in the dark. Another reason to fear going across the bridge. Another reason to fear walking across the tall grass. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, you're right. All the headlines, it's like the Donkey Lady Bridge, San Antonio's terrifying folktale.
Yeah, I told you every article, like every article I found called her a spirit of vengeance, but not a single one of them gave an example of a story of vengeance. I don't count hooving a car as vengeance. I don't.
Unless you're a hybrid horse kind of animal, then you would. I get that cars are the thing that took your jobs.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. You think that's what she's avenging?
I have no idea. That's as valid as anything I've learned tonight.
It's true.
I just gotta feel like, oh, I was set on fire. But you know who's had it worse? Horses and donkeys. Not able to push wagons no more. That's who I'm gonna stand up
we
for.
changed
We
the
had
name.
one job to do.
We can change the name of this podcast from Campfire Tales to Anything Goes. It's pretty much what
Hey, I told a spooky tale tonight.
You sure did.
you told a tale. You talked for an hour.
Hey, all the articles said this was terrifying.
I
You're
don't
just like
means what they think it means.
you're just like those people in Texas. You just took it at face value. You're like, I'm not going to read this article. I'm just going to assume.
Oh
that
no,
it's
I
terrifying."
did read them. That's why the whole reason I picked this one because like it's set up like this terrible tragic event occurred.
It is not terrifying. Yeah.
Lady turns into a donkey and hooves your car. It just tickles me pink. Like I just love it. I love it so much. But hey, on that note, everyone, thanks for listening again. We really
Probably some people would be the last time.
no, you gotta keep hanging on. We got some more gold coming out in our Camp Wicked Wild series.
I want to reassure everybody. I'm going to vet every subject from now on. Like it.
You got.
Eli has to submit his ideas to Chad. For
Yeah.
approval.
Listen, how awesome is it for you guys that before we record, you're like, was he gonna surprise us with that?
It was awesome.
It's almost some.
I almost like these episodes the best where like I'm like, oh wait till you hear this tale, and then it's like this thing, and you're like, oh,
It's the equivalent of the uncle who does the finger ring trick.
Yeah.
I've got a great trick for you. What's this?
I think only mine is like when they come out the other side, it's my middle fingers.
This is the I got your nose of podcast. It's like
I've got a great trick for you.
Oh my god! Listen, that's what I love about this show because we can tell people tales they wouldn't have heard otherwise. I did the research for them.
The good news is, no matter what they think, they got their money's worth out of this.
right. Yeah, it's true. Yep.
Because think about it, who else probably put out there like, hey, we should do a team up movie with all these weird Texas legends.
Yeah.
TM, we're TMing that. No one else can write that movie.
Texas team up TM.
Texas team up TM. That's ours. I tell you what, if anybody has knows of any other thing in Texas, hell, let's start a Twitter hashtag Texas Team Up. Tweet at us and let us know who we should include in our Texas team up.
Who should be on the team?
Yeah, who should be on the team? Hashtag Texas Team Up.
And more importantly, who would they fight? Who's their arch enemy?
Oh, who's the villain? Well, would you do another team, or would you do a main, like just one big villain? It
would probably just be one big bad guy, right? Isn't that kind of
big bad?
Yeah, because I think it'd be hard to find.
That's classic.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is all of the things all the episodes we've done where we refer to Texas in some way, we've really curried the favor of the locals. I'm sure.
Right.
Really
yeah.
You know, I'm sure they're going to be really helpful with him.
You know who I know who their bad guy could be? Reality.
You don't want to see him fight hobos? You'd rather him fight reality?
Well, I mean, they could be, but that wouldn't be bad because they're besmirching these ghosts' bad name, right? Like,
well, because think about it, right? Oh, I already know the beginning. Candy Lady's out murdering children like she does, right?
As you do.
With all of her candy. A group of hobos out of their candy currency.
I feel like we have to put so the Candy Lady was saving children from bad homes. That's what she was doing, right? Like we got to put a positive spin on these people.
Oh, so she's like
they're not all bad. They're not bad. Like it's like they're misunderstood, right? So they're kind of like
your home life was so bad. I'll just kill you so you don't have to live in it.
No, she never killed. They never found any kids, right?
Okay, right. So just her teeth.
She took them. No, they found teeth. They're
working in the candy factory,
right? So that's a cover up. She takes the kids, right?
Okay.
Gets them out of these bad situations,
right?
And then leaves his teeth as kind of a witness protection program, right? So like nobody they're like, oh well, the Texas candy.
Are they their teeth, or does she just care? Like she found
somebody.
Teeth?
She could get anybody's teeth.
Wait, that's why the hobos are mad. They
sell
their teeth to her
for
candy for them to use as currency. But then, like the hobo king, he's not making his money off the cut, right?
So now he's sending an army of hobos.
So they sent an army of hobos after Candy. They beat her up, stole her candy bag.
Led by One Shoe Johnson.
One Shoe Johnson. One Shoe Johnson and One-Eyed Willie. And they stole her candy. So she needs a team. She can't fight them alone.
Yeah.
She needs a team.
She calls on the Texas Team Up. See?
Is that what they're gonna call themselves? The Texas Team Up?
The Texas Team Up. I don't know. It's working title. TM. Like,
oh man,
we're just workshopping at this point.
Just workshopping.
Yeah, I tell you, I'd pay to see that movie tonight. Because you see her like she walks up to a bridge, she stomps her boot, screams, "Donkey lady!" Donkey lady! Here comes Donkey lady.
Yeah, and it's
got
like
a job to do.
That awkward thing like the Avengers have where they're always kind of at each other, you know?
Yeah.
Donkey Lady's like, you don't even have a car. Whatever noise Donkey makes, I don't know.
We need to get out, man. How do we do it? One of us is gonna have to get drunk and walk out the
door. They use ghost coyotes to bait.
Coyote, and Owlman's like, I can't pick up a ghost.
Yeah, he swoops down. He's grabbing at him with his claws.
Like, the shirt design is coming together nicely.
Guys. And then the Candy Lady whips out her taffy lasso and then brings him down. Yep.
Like, whoa, Owlman! Whoa, we need your help.
And he just stares at him, like blinking his eyes because he can't talk because he's a giant owl. Like,
yeah, you know? and I think the Wanderer. I don't think he'd actually be part of the team. They would just go to him for a training.
No, he's the guy that sets him up. Like
he's like the Nick Fury.
He's the Nick Fury of the team, right? Yeah.
He's like, we can't let them hobos take all your candy lady, because if they get all the candy in Texas, they're gonna rule the economy here. No one could wander around if all the hobos are just here. All the hobos from all over the world Texas.
They're taking up all the good wandering spots. Like
the wandering spots.
There ain't no candy for the children.
I can't go walking out at night without running into some hobo.
I'm tired of these mother and hobos
on this motherfucking plane.
Hobos on a plane,
but PLAIN instead of PLANE. These motherfucking hobos on this motherfucking plane.
That might be a little too clever for this movie. I think.
No! Oh, I'm so excited! I want to make this movie. All right, if we're gonna go this far,
We
What-
gotta
what
start
is
a
happening?
a GoFundMe account.
but
It's
now we
movie.
gotta figure out who are playing these people. Like, so who's gonna play the Wonder?
Samuel Jackson. I thought we already
All
established.
right. So Samuel Jackson
Yeah,
will be the
yeah.
Wonder. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Who's playing the Candy Lady?
Reese Witherspoon.
What?
I don't know.
You try to ruin this movie?
Wow, you don't like Reese Witherspoon?
No.
He immediately
Right.
reacted.
No. Not Greasy Reese.
Val
No.
Kilmer.
That's the Candy Lady?
Yeah,
Val
yeah.
Kilmer should be the owl.
The owl. Yeah. That
Val
works. yeah.
Kilmer should be the
Yeah.
owl. I say let's bring back Hilary Swank, make her Candy Lady. She hasn't been in anything for
Hilary Swank. Yeah.
We'll bring
Yeah,
back
she's
Hilary
just sitting
Swank.
around
Yeah.
with her 3 Academy Awards waiting.
Yeah,
for
well,
this.
yeah, this could be her welcome back to Hollywood. We'll have her be Candy Lady. Who's the voice of Donkey Lady?
Jessica Biel.
No, everyone will forget who she is. Well, I guess that's kind of what really happens with Donkey
Yeah,
Lady. So.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so we have the voice of Donkey Lady. Okay, and now who's the king of the hobos are fighting? Who is going to play? Well, we'll say the dual king of the hobos. One Shoot Pete, One Eyed Willie.
They're the generals. So
Oh,
there's
the generals.
King,
Okay.
king, and then these guys are,
Oh,
like I said, it's
okay.
like Thanos. So there's Thanos,
Oh,
and then he got his little.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
Kevin Hart
Children.
and Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. That's
Okay,
those two.
okay. So who's going to be the king? So then at the end of the movie, except the sequel, they actually show the king of the hobos. Who's
It's
playing the king of the hobos?
oh my god, the guy that played
Johnny
Odin.
Depp.
What's his
he's
name?
already ready for that part.
what's the guy's name that played Johnny or played Odin and oh man,
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins, yeah, he's
You want him to be the king of the hobos?
Yes, yeah.
Oh man,
Right. You got a better idea? I
no,
don't think
that's
so.
that's fantastic.
Perfect, right?
I
Yep.
I'm
I wish I could
glad we
watch this right
tied all
now.
these actual celebrity human beings to this podcast that
Make sure when
I
you
mean-
tweet out, you tag all these hashtag all these
hundreds of
celebrities.
attorneys around
Yeah.
LA have just got really excited and don't know why.
hashtag Texas team up. Just
Hashtag
remember people on
Texas team
Twitter.
up.
Hashtag Texas team. And then if you got any other of these,
Yeah, we'll take
what some may call
we'll
Texas
take
legends,
recommendations for
Let
the
us know,
actors too.
because
Though,
we can include them in there. You know, the like at the end, like it almost be like the end game.
the end credit scenes. We'll throw a couple extras
Owlman,
in.
like the final battle when they're all fighting. Owlman's just like swooping in out, and dropping off new legends to help them fight.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. New drunk
'Cause
people.
he's pulling them from his drunk realm where he takes the drunk
His
people.
drunk realm.
Yeah, that's where he takes the drunk people.
There's a lot of vomit in the drunk realm.
He's like the Doctor Strange of the group. You know, he has a
yeah,
drunk realm.
yeah. He's
That's where he throws
the
the
mi-
drunk people in.
the mystic owl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Technically, he's either a witch or a familiar of a witch, so he knows
Yeah,
witchcraft.
that's true. Or a
So-
familiar witch.
Whoa,
They all know him. You know.
Whoa. whoa, man! I'm just telling you right now. The Academy Award. This
money
movie.
on the table. Yeah.
This is-
Academy
this-
Award.
Everybody. We're gonna do what Lord of the Rings did, like a 13 Oscar sweep. Just boom, 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 boom.
13
You might as well
Oscars.
just stand on stage because they're gonna keep calling us. That's all I'm saying.
Come on over my bridge. I'm gonna stomp on your car.
Oh no, you should do the voice of Donkey Lady by
Yeah,
Sheila.
yeah.
Because you know Sheila would like when Sheila dies, she's gonna turn. into a
Somebody
donkey.
call the donkey lady. What's going on here?
Yeah, Sheila should be the Nick Fury.
Yeah.
She's the one who assembles this team.
Oh yeah.
She assembles. The
We
team.
need your help again.
We need your help. Come on down here, old man. Come on. Here's some nice mice for you.
I don't know what's happening.
Oh, this is great. Oh man. Well, hey everybody. Once again, you're welcome.
You're
You're
welcome.
welcome. But hey, on that note, thanks for listening. Same time next week as we go through Camp Week Wild. I got another doozy for you. Only this time, this tale that we're telling next week, a little hint, there actually is some danger and threat. The forces of evil, demons. It's a crazy one. It's a crazy one. And of course, the key word, a goat is involved. So make sure you tune in for that.
Is it an anthropomorphic goat?
He doesn't know what that means. Look at his face.
No, I
Sorry.
do. I'm trying
Is
to
it a person goat?
no. I know what you're asking. I'm trying to think how to answer it.
Is it yes or no?
It's yes and no.
Then it's not an answer.
It is because it depends on which version of the tale you believe in.
Oh, okay. It's one of those. I got you.
Yeah.
It's like this.
It's like this. Yeah. Yeah.
This, but actually good.
Well, I
You said
mean,
this was great.
we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's like
Uh,
one of the legends of the goat died in a parachuting accident, and the other one he choked on a gobstopper. Like, okay. Like,
But
Yeah.
I will say this: another bridge is involved.
yeah, a
Oh,
lot of
good.
bridges.
Yes,
Yep.
Eli, please submit your outline for the script for next week to Jeff for approval.
It's gonna be another surprise because I like seeing the joy in your face when you open my present and you realize it's just a piece of shit in the box. I enjoy it so much.
You can only poo in so many boxes, Eli, before
You know
we
what?
catch
Yeah.
on to you.
People love the Mole King. They'll keep opening the boxes. They'll keep opening them. But hey, everybody, once again, thanks for listening. You can check us out on our website, wickedwildweare.com. Check us out on Twitter, wickedwildweare. Check us out those two places. Lisa,
You're great.
I keep
You're
Nailed
doing
it.
great.
Thank you.
Nailed it.
I keep trying to bring up Instagram. That I remember we're not on there anymore
You're doing great.
because it's owned by the devil. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you listen to us. If it's Apple Podcasts, another place you can leave us a comment. Tell us who you would include in the Texas Team Up, or you can do that on Twitter #Texas Team Up.
Yeah, if you don't
Um,
leave us 5 stars, you might find some hoof prints on your car tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Just saying.
All I'm gonna say is don't drive across any bridges.
Or maybe
Beep
some
your horn,
can-
scream donkey lady,
Some
Maybe
candy
some
on your
Candy on your window
Mm-hmm.
shield
or owl pellets in your yard.
and your cereal.
You'll hear a giant hoo. You'll know. Don't walk out that door. Especially you've been drinking.
Especially if you're hammered.
Yeah, don't do that, period.
Yeah. Oh yeah, don't do peer, but especially don't do it if you don't leave us 5 stars and a good comment. Because Owlman knows he sees all with them big who eyes.
Sheila
Looking
gonna
like
get
this.
ya.
Yeah, so make sure you do that. We'd appreciate it. And catch you all on down the road. Bye everybody.